Hey guys, this is David, and today I'm reviewing the Arcadia Gear Fat Boy. As you can see here, it is a massive monster ferro rod. It has a wooden handle there, and it measures 5.5 inches long and 3/4 of an inch thick. That is massive. So here we have what's called the ugly stick, and it's jute twine infused with wax. And a lot of companies are selling things that are quite similar to this. They're making it like really big, and it's a little pricey, but it's a pretty basic product. I just clipped off a small portion there, and what we need to do is like rough it up, break it apart a little bit, get the fibers to unravel so that it could catch a spark. The Fat Boy here has a very high content of magnesium, and as you may know, ferro rods are comprised of mish metal, and that's a mixture of rare earth metals. And there's different formulations. Some have more ferro, some have more magnesium. I personally like the ones with a lot of magnesium because it makes starting fire super easy. Here I have a feather stick, super easy. And up next we have some fat wood, and I'm just quickly making some shavings with my 2 arrows bush tool. This is a knife made by Zach Gertz, and if you like this knife, I will have some pictures on my Instagram. While I was scraping the fat wood, it smells so awesome, as you know, everyone says when they're scraping fat wood. These knives by Zach, he really squares off the spine. It's very sharp, so it's really easy to get scrapings or just using your ferro rod with it. There we go. We have a pretty decent pile there. Really beautiful fat wood there. All right. Let's grab the ferro rod. Pretty much one strike, and there we go. Since we're on the subject of ferro rods, I wanted to talk about how to use different types of ferro rods. Some ferro rods, you have to use a lot of speed. Those typically are the ones that have a lot of iron, and those will create a lot of sparks, but maybe not a lot of that molten hot magnesium that flies off. And so if you're having problems with ferro rod fires, you might want to try increasing the speed, increasing the friction. And there's a bunch of different techniques. Some people like to pull the ferro rod away from the knife. I personally don't like that method too much because usually you're pretty far away from the tinder bundle. And right now I'm showing you the dig in technique. And for this one, you just choke up on the ferro rod and you place your thumb on the side of the blade, and then your other thumb right there on top of the thumb that's on the blade, and you try to dig in as much as possible. I haven't done it here. I'm going to show you right there. That's how you do it. Try that technique if you're having difficulties and see if that works for you. Here I am showing you what I thought was a huge ferro rod. That's like 6 by a 1/2 inch. And the tin there is not an actual Self-Reliance Outfitters tin. It's just a cheap tin that I purchased off of Amazon, and I just had the sticker. This here is the Friendly Swede ferro rod. I'm just showing you some of my collection. These are the really cheap ones from Coghlan's. You can buy these from Walmart. And so the question is, do you really need a huge ass ferro rod? Do you need one that's 3/4 of an inch thick? And in my opinion, yes, you do. You definitely do. And in my opinion, not only do these larger ones, or the longer ones at least, work better, it's just really fun having something that lasts for years. Something that will accompany you into the woods, a longtime friend, sort of, kind of like my LT Wright Genesis, which I'll always have. And I want to purchase a Grant's First Brooks axe, and I just want to have things that will last for a long time, a constant companion. The Fat Boy does come with a striker, but personally I just think it's more fun to use your knife. And there's also a hole in on the top there where you could put in some paracord. Here's the holster that I'm using with it. It's MOLLE attachable. You could hook it onto your belt or on a backpack. I really dig it. I'll probably use leather and make a really cool bushcrafty type of a holster for it and have it on my waist. So guys, so if you're looking for a really huge ferro rod, definitely check out the Fat Boy here. I'll include links in the bottom in case you're interested. Like I said, I just think it's a lot more fun. You're not fiddling around. You're creating a ton of sparks, and there's a lot of magnesium in this rod, so it's going to shower hot molten like lava out onto your tinder bundle, your feather stick, your cotton balls or fat wood, whatever you're using. It's definitely going to strike it and light it up really easily. If you've had any problems, use some of the techniques I've mentioned. Try to increase the speed, try to increase the friction, use the dig-in method. And if you have any questions on this ferro rod or feather sticks or whatever, go ahead and leave them in the bottom and I'll answer them. I really enjoy the feedback and talking to you guys. Well, that's it guys. I'll see you in the next video.